What the old bag witnessed. I came to the stadium to take a short break. As I was resetting, I happened to glance over and I saw two men facing each other in that area. Suddenly there was a loud gunshot, and the person who was shot fell to the ground. It was a very terrifying experience, let me tell you. Looks like we hit the jackpot, huh, Mr. Edgeworth? Yes, I can't afford to ignore what she has to say. Unfortunately. What's that unfortunately you tacked on at the end supposed to mean, Edgy Poo? Well, anyway, let's see what we can find out from this little old lady. Okay, please stop. I don't want to talk to her. Please.
Hold it!
Break from what? You mean you took a break from being the Pink Badger? You may not think of it, but it's hard work keeping kids' dreams alive. You smell a sweat, your hip creaks with pain. You even begin to dream about work. That's the kind of story that would scar a child for life, you know. Well, that's why I chose to come to take my break here, whippersnapper. I don't plan on playing the part of the dead badger in front of a bunch of damn fucking kids. So what do you see while you were the Pink Badger, while you, the Pink Badger, were resting? Oh, yes, that, well, Happened to glance over. Yeah. You saw two men. Can you describe them for me? They look like your average Joes, completely uninteresting and not worth fawning over. I'm telling you, they were so boring that I didn't even remember much beyond that. But did they have any special features? Anything you can recall would be helpful. Oh my, don't tell me you're jealous of those two men. Hey, she's right. You do seem pretty worked up over them, Mr. Edgeworth. Kay, I swear to Christ. I'm not worked up over anyone, and I'm not jealous. It's alright, Edgy Poo. Those two are just fools compared to a stallion like you. Please don't call me a stallion. Oh, God, no. Ew. Any other girl in this case so far. Well, maybe not the robot. Any other of them. Yeah, sure, they can call me that. That's funny. I thought so little of them that I lost interest the moment I laid eyes on them. Fuck. God damn it. Why does she have to call me that? You're claiming to have seen the exact moment in which the murder took place? Absolutely. That gun made a terrible racket whenever it was fired. You didn't try to go help the person that got shot? I'm only one person, you smart alecky brat. What could I have done? But I took off as soon as I could to find someone who could help. Two men, one bullet. It's all consistent with what we found out from the body. Sadly, there wasn't exactly a lot of new information to go on in your testimony. Well, if I saw that guy again, I'm sure I could identify him for you. I mean, how do you expect me to remember anything without something to jog my memory? Self-centered, aren't we? Well, it was somewhat useful, but her testimony also presents us a new problem. Mr. Edgeworth! Yes? So about this new problem. What is that giant grin on your face for? Do you want me to show you something really nice? Depends. No, thank you. Don't be so mean. I swear it's something you're gonna like. What is that gadget you're holding? What you see before you is the secret weapon of a great thief. A cell phone. Oh, I should have known it would be worthless. Don't be like that. Indeed. What? What do you think now? What is it doing? It's projecting something into the air. I'm going to input the necessary information to run the simulation now. Once I'm done, I'll increase the size of the projection to maximum size. Dark skies of evening, when no other bird dares take wing, one alone remains all-seeing. Now witness the true power of a real modern-day Robin Hood. What is this? This is a recreation of the murder based on the info I inputted into Little Thief. Little Thief, I dare say. I think you're taking the Robin Hood thing a bit too far. Little Thief is actually meant to be a simulator for me to plan my thefts. But I suppose if I used it like this... Let's see, Miss Bag said the two men were facing each other, and then a gunshot rang out and the victim fell to the ground. Oh, so with this we can inspect the crime scene as it was in the past. See? So what do you think? I have to say I'm impressed by the technology thieves have access to these days. What is the super secret weapon of the mighty Garasu? Sure. Indeed. It's a great thief. It's just gonna be the great thief, fuck it. Oh, but if there isn't enough information or if something is out of place, the recreation could come out a little strange. In other words, I can use this to authenticate the validity of a witness's testimony. You got it! You really catch on quick, Mr. Edgeworth. Right now, the simulation is a recreation of that witness's testimony. So for now, I should re-examine everything. And if I find something illogical or strange, I can ask them for clarification. Feel free to examine anything in the simulation the way you always do. You can even present evidence when you find a contradiction. And if you find something, I've got Little Thief with me. So you just let me know, okay? Well, I mean, it's already too far apart, like the two people. Like they're gonna have to be like on top of each other. Either, well, they said the entry wound was the stomach or abdomen, so it will be like have to be like in a fight, or like they came up like right next to him, jabbed into their side, popped him. According to the testimony, the victim fell to the ground here. That's right, but if that's the case, then we've already found our first contradiction. Huh? What? Where? If this is the real scene of the crime, there's something missing that should be here. Which piece of evidence shows the missing item? Item? Pendant.
Take that!
This is the contradiction. Eh? Something wrong with the recreation? If this is the real scene of the crime, something specific should be here. If you think back, how did we deduce the other crime scene was not the real one? Oh, blood. Oh, I get what's missing now. There's no blood on the ground here, right? Right, the fact that there is no blood here cast doubt on the witness's testimony. Etchy poo! How can you doubt me like that? Are you calling me a liar? I know what I saw, and I saw a victim get shot down. You know, I don't think she's lying, Mr. Edgeworth. To be honest, I can't think of a reason why she would lie to me. In that case, maybe there is another explanation for the distinct lack of blood. Hey, a tarp. This is a silhouette of the killer with his gun at the ready. Okay, is it not possible to recreate the face of the killer? Well, I can't exactly input what we don't know into the Little Thief. She has a point. That'd be a little fucking broken, don't you think? Looks like they broke the stage down. Yes, this means they're done for the day. Maybe it's because a different show scheduled to start to run tomorrow. Or that's where the blood is. Fuck off. That was perfect logic. Looks like they broke the stage down. Okay, same thing. Gonna examine this again. Now I'm fairly convinced that the victim was killed here, but why is there no blood? There must be some explanation for this contradiction. Perhaps I should go over all the information I've gathered one more time. Can I talk to Old Bag? What is this? Some sort of a new attraction? Do you remember this dude? Have you seen this body? Oh, go on, Edgy Poo. Show me anything, and I'll tell you about it. Very well. What do you think about this? It's nothing special. Somehow I figured you'd say as much. You have anything to say, Emma? It's amazing! Just feel the power of science. I love you, Emma. Nice stockings, too. Hey, thigh highs are great. Yes? So you believe that this gadget will provide us with the proof we need? Yeah, of course. Pretty neat, huh? By inputting info like this, it can recreate the crime scene exactly as it was. Although Little Thief was originally intended to be a training sim for heists, training sim for thievery, I don't believe I can turn a deaf ear to that, Kay. It's for practice. It's not like I've actually stolen anything yet. Besides, we're in the middle of an investigation, so stop nitpicking. If it's just practice, I can't exactly endorse the act of stealing. Although, admittedly, this device is rather useful as in an investigation. So how am I supposed to use this to aid my investigation? Oh, that's right. I guess I should explain how to use it, huh? Objects outlined in yellow are things that are not present in our time, but were in the past. Things outlined in dotted line are things that exist now, but aren't in the past. Let's see. You can examine and interact with the replicated people and objects as you normally do. You can even present evidence whenever you find an inconsistency. Oh, and be sure to point out mistakes in the recreation with evidence too. Very well, let's continue. If there's anything you don't get about Little Thief, feel free to ask anytime, okay? Okay. So this thing was still here. Can I actually examine? No. Okay. Is it not possible that the victim was wearing a costume? So you really think that Mr. Deacon was one of the kidnappers? I think we can reasonably assume there's a very good chance that he was. And that if he was shot while he was inside one of those stolen costumes, then Mr. Deacon's blood would be inside the costume instead of on the ground. Precisely. Now if we only could prove that the victim was wearing a costume. You'd think it would be pretty easy if we could find some footprints. The problem is finding them, since there doesn't seem to be any around. Footprints, huh? Wonder if we can go about finding some of those. Look for footprints. Examine. Was the victim really wearing a costume? Maybe we can find out if we did some footprint analysis forensics. Forensics! Emma! Come here, baby. It's amazing! Emma, about that method you were talking about for finding footprints. Ah, finally, my expert knowledge in forensics is needed. Yes, well, can you detect and trace even partial footprints? Leave it to me. My cutting-edge detection kit can find anything. Very well, if you could please analyze the footsteps in this area. Okay, stand back now and witness the power of science at work. Hey, I found something. Look right here. I don't see anything. Oh, that's right. Here, put these special glasses on, Mr. Edgeworth. These footprints here were definitely left by a badger costume. Judging by the way the prints are layered, these seem to be the newest. Then we can conclude that the victim was definitely wearing a costume at the time. Good. Wait, how the fuck did an old bag realize that was something odd? Okay, in that case, I'll update Little Thief's simulation parameters. I can't wait to see what we find out with this new info. Investigation complete. The fucking badger was shot right here. So the victim was wearing a costume when he died. And with that, we should be one step closer to the truth, right? I see the recreation has changed in accordance with the new information. We may be closer, but now something else has caught my attention. Old bag. What do you want? Your testimony, naturally. I'd like to hear it one more time, if you please. Old bag, don't fucking lie to me. I came to the station to take a short break. As I was resting, I happened to glance over to man. Press on that one. And, whatever. So, does this mean that Miss Old Bag's testimony has a contradiction in it? Yep. Yes, I believe our best cause of action is to compare it with your recreation. See, I just knew Little Thief would be of help. Now let's see if we can pull more info from Miss Old Bag to put into the recreation. For that, we must first find the contradiction in her testimony. She said that it was just two fucking men. that were like, nothing was identifiable.
Hold it.
Or whatever. You just saw two men. Can you describe them for me? They look like your average Joes. Any special features? No. Okay, yeah. It wasn't just two people.
Objection.
Not some just fucking random Joes. One dude was literally in a fucking badger outfit. How couldn't you identify that? Two men. How did you know the gender of the two people involved? Seeing as how the victim was wearing a costume at the time. Well, not... Okay, I was going the more obvious route. It's not just two men up there. It's a fucking badger costume. Furthermore, I have another matter I'd like to inquire about. I'd very much like to know why you failed to mention the costume in your testimony. Well, I'm beginning to doubt if you really were the witness, really witnessed the murder at all. Well, I'm telling you, I really did see it. I saw it with my own very eyes. From a seed in the second tier. The second tier? Hey, didn't you say you saw it right in front of you earlier? Oh, it was just like, you know what, now it's gonna soon become, oh, you know, I just saw it like 800 fucking miles away. God fucking damn it. Fucking old bag. What are you ever gonna do with her? That was, you know, I was using the phrase in the metaphorical sense. I see our new witness has a screw loose in the metaphorical sense and the literal sense. The cushy seats in the second tier are reserved for hotshot VIPs, which is exactly why I go there now and again to take a nap. I can't see how you could have gotten a good look from there. It's so high up. Were you able to see even the victim's costume from way up there? Well, I know I saw two people. Well, I couldn't really see what they looked like because they were in the stage's shadow. Fucking old bag. My eyesight isn't what it used to be, you know? Not like when I was young. Edgeworth 100 paces away and noticed me in a flash and tried to... let's return to our investigation, shall we, Kay? You got it. We're escaping into the virtual world. Oh, God. Oh, this should be the, like, stage's shadow or whatever, so it should, like, cover this more. Is this, silhouette of the killer? No, that didn't change. This new silhouette of the victim is in a costume. The silhouettes can change depending on the information I input. The little thief can recreate more than just people. So investigate away. We may need to even find more info, which can make the more accurate sim. Alright, sounds like a plan. It'll be this stage. Or not, fuck. Logic it away? Yeah, stage wasn't packed up. If that woman's testimony is to be believed, the murder occurred before the stage was broken down. Do you want me to input that bit of info into Lil Thief? Yes, if you please. For fucking sure. Holy fuck. Okay. Okay. His body is, sir. Sir, are you okay? There's clearly a contradiction here. Please stop stealing my lines. Oh, come on. It wasn't that hard to see it coming, even for a layman like me. I suppose in any case, it's not possible for the killer to have stood here in that way. Because there's a very real stage set up in this spot at the time. Yeesh, I told you, I got it. Do you feel the need to explain everything? Yes, well, in any case, we still need to resolve this unusual situation. Isn't it obvious the killer was on top of the stage naturally? Right, Miss Oldbag? Yes, I remember now. The killer was standing on top of the stage. See? Now let me update the info in the simulation. Simulate! This is just making less and less sense. Unless he was like on top of him, shot through his shoulder, and then it went out his abdomen, so it was like the wrong way.
Well, well, what have we here? Bunch of hooligans running amok, I see.
Fuck you, buddy. Agent Lang, how nice of you to join us.
Well, I can't have you going around messing up my crime scenes.
Agent Lang, we've discovered the real crime scene, and the murder is here at the stadium.
I see, thanks.
For what?
I'm just trying to show you my appreciation for all the time you saved me. Who knew that such a strange little toy could recreate a crime scene like that?
Little Thief is not a toy.
You too.
Sir!
There you have it. See, big boys like me don't need silly toys, little girl. Now this is a recreation.
So what? Do you still intend to assert that Officer Meekins as the killer?
Of course. Even knowing that the crime took place here doesn't let him off the hook.
Oh, fuck, not again.
This is the real scene of the crime. Officer Meekins lay in wait for the victim on top of the stage. And when the victim finally showed up, he shot him from on high. That's the truth of the little recreation showed.
Already it's contradiction. How far will you go to accuse Officer Meekins of the crime?
He's the most likely suspect we've got, especially given the situation with his gun.
Well, even if he is the killer, at least my recreation was on the mark.
You see? Thanks for understanding, my little crow girl.
I'm not some common crow girl. I'm the Great Legend, the Raven of Legend. The Great Thief. Unfortunately, your conclusion has yet to be tested, so let's see how well it holds up. It doesn't. Sorry to burst your bubble, Kay, but it really isn't that good.
Hold it!
Hold it. Looks like we found the real crime scene first.
Huh. Brag all you want, but we don't have all that free time, unlike the two of you.
You know what you remind me of? A dog licking his wounds as he whimpers home.
Well, I guess I should be thankful for all the time you saved me. Gigi. That's how we say thanks in my country.
You're welcome. I hope he realizes we didn't do all this for him.
Well, I'm here now, so I'll be taking over. As I was saying, this is where the crime scene took place.
Hold it!
Lying in wait, how did Officer Meekins even know the victim was going to come here?
Simple. He's investigating the kidnappers, right? And while he was doing so, he came to understand the victim, Mr. Deacon's movements.
Objection!
Huh. And why would the good officer want to ambush and kill a kidnapper?
Knuckle back!
You mean his motive. Who knows? And who cares? You don't need motives, you just kill. You can find that out for yourself when you talk to him in jail.
You have no respect for the order of law.
Don't get me wrong, but I need more than there's no motive to convince me otherwise.
He's right. The lack of a motive is a rather weak argument by itself.
So the officer lay in wait on top of the stage. And when the victim finally showed up, he shot him from on high.
I mean... Where's the, This is, like, enough, right? From abdomen through shoulder, yeah.
Objection!
Like, it's done, buddy. Stop.
Actually, I have an updated
Autopsy report. No! I'm terribly sorry, Agent Lang. I should have warned you that our recreation is incomplete. You can cut in quite unexpectedly, after all. You cut in.
What's that supposed to mean?
You said that the victim was shot by the killer from up above, correct? Yes. Give me some music. I hate to break it to you, but that's not possible. Huh? Why not? Recall Mr. Deacon's body, specifically where the gunshot wounds were located. Actually, I didn't get that good of a look. Oh, well done. The bullet entered Mr. Deacon in his abdominal region and exited his right shoulder. This is more consistent with an angled shot from beneath the victim.
Ugh.
Then, yes, our recreation had the victim being shot at an angle from above.
So they just switched places.
A clear contradiction.
You're just scouting your own conclusions?
No, this one point is the only flaw. This was the mistaken parameter in our recreation. Both of them. The location of the killer and victim were wrong.
Huh, I get it. I see what you're trying to get, say.
I believe the killer and the victim were standing opposite to what we initially thought. It was the victim who was on top of the stage and he was being shot by the killer. K-Powers. Bang. If this is what happened, it'd also explain the position of the gunshot wounds. I mean, even like to go through his... Oh god, I think that you'd have to be even closer than that. Like to really get that good angle? Damn, dude was really close. But then what about the footprints? Since footprints don't lie, we can assume then that the killer also wore a costume. Okay, I'll try using that data instead. Oh my god. Bang. Bang. Judging by the fact that both the killer and the victim were wearing costumes, I'd say it was a killing between the two kidnappers. That would be the most natural conclusion. Huh. Logic. Wouldn't you agree, Agent Lang?
No. Huh. Well done, Mr. Prosecutor. I don't agree. But that alone doesn't clear Officer Meekins of the crime. What if he's a kidnapper? Another bit of proof. I ask that you take another good look at the tire marks over there. The 3 marks are indicative of the Blue Badger mobile. That story Officer Meekins told that the shop on wheels getting stolen was just a lie. He drove the Blue Badger mobile here and committed the murder. Then he used the car to move the body to the garage in the Wild Wild West area.
You believe he moved the body with the car?
That's right. It was Officer Meekin himself who pointed us to the way he did it.
The 3 tire tread marks are very telling. However, is the Blue Badger mobile the only thing capable of creating such a pattern? Well, wasn't the one in here, like, didn't have blood on it? Yeah, I mean, it doesn't have blood on it. So, like, if it didn't have blood in it, how did it transport the body?